Hi there. So, this is the blog post that I have put off and put off and put off since day one. And you're probably wondering why, because it's a post about exercise. And diabetes doesn't stop you from really being able to do anything that you want to. There are people living with diabetes who run marathons, who win Olympic medals, who are professional athletes, for instance, that are playing in the NHL or the NBA or, God, I mean, all levels of sports. There are people living with this disease and thriving and doing great. I'm not one of them. Exercise scares the living daylights out of me. I am an extremely active person. At work, I'm always running around or doing theater. You're on your feet a lot, but I don't exercise. And growing up, I played every sport there was. I mean, I played basketball and volleyball and ran track and did softball and soccer and even ice hockey. Yep, a girl from Southern California played ice hockey. My dad, my uncle, and my brother and myself they still play ice hockey. I played ice hockey, and despite my dad's best efforts to get me back on the ice, I haven't said yes yet. And maybe after watching this video, he'll understand why. So, why does exercise scare me half to death? Well, before my diagnosis, I was super active. And now, after my diagnosis, I don't do any exercise. Every once in a while, I get a weird spurt of trying to go back to a gym or hitting up dance classes again. But it's like a burst and then a retreat, and a pretty big retreat. Okay, this is because exercise uses glucose. That's this stuff that is circulating in my bloodstream that I'm having an issue with because of the insulin that I don't have and I'm trying to give myself. That stuff is actually what fuels your body. So your body's constantly using this stuff, and when you exercise, it uses a heck of a lot of it. So it pulls it out of, every place it needs. And since my body isn't checking itself every 7 seconds to maintain a certain number, and I'm kind of guessing to maintain numbers, if my blood sugar is high and I start to exercise, I get a stress response and it goes sky high, and my liver starts releasing extra glucose, and that happens. And then if I'm low, it uses up all the stuff in my bloodstream and starts tanking me further down. So basically, if I'm not dead on, I end up crashing or skyrocketing, and both are extremely damaging. And the lows, I mean, in class or in the middle of a game, I mean, you just don't want to deal with other people seeing you, shaking and needing juice or whatever to bring yourself back up. So that oftentimes prevents me from even starting. Then it's funny because everybody is encouraged to exercise, and for good reason. One of the reasons why, and something really great for diabetics, is that when you are active, when you exercise, basically your body for like the next day and a half uses your insulin a heck of a lot better than it did when you were sedentary. And when you are sedentary, you actually need more insulin to cover things. So that affects all sorts of the numbers of that you're equating. That's why, like, if you're eating and you're looking at your meal, it's like, am I going to exercise later? Have I exercised lately? It just all factors in. So it becomes a really gnarly math equation, and one that I have not yet tackled effectively enough to not still fear it. So yeah, that's my relationship to exercise right now. I'm kind of hoping that having to share that with you will inspire me to do something about it, because I really miss playing ice hockey with my family, and I really miss going on jogs. And yeah, I'd like to do those things. Oh, I will say this. So, team sports like ice hockey, there's like the whole level of embarrassment factor, and then like jogging, which is like solo. There's like oh my god, what if something goes wrong and I'm all by myself jogging around a lake or a park or something like that, and nobody knows. So you gotta factor all those in, and you have to be really, really careful about it. And a lot of people are really good at this. Like I said, it doesn't have to stop you, and people run marathons with diabetes and win Olympic medals and play professional sports, and they also, tons of people recreationally exercise. So I gotta get over this. Cheers. You know what I just realized? I, in high school, used to spend 2 hours at the gym, like 4 times a week. Uh, it was our social activity. I don't know, but like 2 hours a night at the gym, and that's just crazy. But this is crazy. My fear. I'm gonna work on it. All right, maybe that's next month's project. Cheers.